to your emotions and your intuition, how you feel about things. So it's less cerebral and logical, and it's more intuitive and emotional. And this is just something that they find really intriguing about you. I think that, yeah, just like your viewpoint and your insights that you have are going to be fascinating to them. And I feel that they're also going to love about you how like free spirited you are and how much you go with the flow and how much you are able to surrender, because the hanged man is about like this letting go energy. It's like you don't really know how to move forward, so you're sort of putting yourself in this situation of like, okay, let me surrender, literally. Let me hang upside down and let me just be for a second to find answers, to find the answers to my questions. Instead of moving forward, taking action, trying to control a situation, the hanged man energy is just sort of lets it go and is just okay being. And it's in this contemplation, reflection, meditation that it gains the answers and the insights that it seeks. So I feel like you have this ability to surrender when maybe life gets hard or there's difficulties in life or you face some challenges. You're able to just kind of let go. I also feel that you're very flexible, so they're going to love the way that you're not only mentally and emotionally are you flexible, and you're able to have different types of conversations and see different viewpoints and perspectives. But also physically, you could be into yoga, you could be a dancer, you could be just really good with your body, and just maybe even really like toned, maybe go to the gym or something. It's just like you take care of your body, it seems like, and they're really going to love this about you. But you do have like this more free spirited, free flowing energy to you. This is also Pisces energy. So I do feel that they like this sort of mystery to you, your spirituality, how awakened you are, how conscious you are, whether or not you think of yourself as that way. I feel like they definitely view you as conscious, or maybe more conscious than the people that they are used to dating. You have this tendency to self-reflect, and you can just take a step back and pause and just sit in silence even, and they really appreciate this about you. um yeah, you're just like okay with not knowing. And I feel like you're a very kind, compassionate person as well. And these are all things that they love about you. I do think that you are a truth seeker and that they really love that about you. Like with the hanged man is, like I said, the energy of seeing things as they are and seeing things from a higher spiritual perspective. Because if you're just standing upright, you're seeing things just the way that you've been programmed to see them. But it's a, in the moment that you shift your perspective and see it from a different angle, that you can see it from a higher place. You're not only seeing it like through your own tunnel vision, through your own brainwashing or programming. Now you're seeing it from this person's point of view, from that point of view, from this point of view. You're able to see the wholeness of the situation or yourself or whatever. So I feel like you have this capability to do that. And so that just means that you do seek the truth. You're very honest with what you see and how you see it. And you're very discerning as well, and you are very like in touch with your intuition. I feel about what you feel is the truth or not. Like whenever you read about, like you read something in a book or you hear something, it could be like a spiritual topic or anything that somebody says. I think that it, like, you can tell if someone's lying or not. You can tell if this is the truth because it would resonate with you on like a deep level. It would like really have this, you would get like a really strong feeling and reaction in your body. And that's how you would know that this is something that is part of your truth. And so you constantly tune into yourself to discern like what is true and what is not with whatever you hear on the news and the media, from other people, on a tarot reading, reading like a book, whatever. You're very discerning because you're very honest with yourself. And then Livia, Sagittarius, the Voyager. This is literally the truth seeker. So I do feel like you seek a higher wisdom, higher knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom. And you're very flexible with your belief system. I don't think that you're like stuck on one idea, because the hanged man is Pisces energy. This is mutable energy, and this is Sagittarius, also mutable flexibility. So I feel like what your soulmate loves about you is how flexible you are with your beliefs and how open-minded you are in changing them if they're not serving you anymore. Or even because you're so honest with yourself, if there was something that maybe like your soulmate pointed out to you that isn't necessarily beneficial, or it's not meeting one of their needs, or it's something that is causing conflict in the relationship and it's due to you, I feel like you'd be the type of person that would genuinely reflect on that, like take a moment, take a step back, reflect on that, and see how you can change that pattern within yourself to be higher vibrational. So you're very much into personal development, self reflection, introspection, and then actually doing the work to transform in order to become your best and highest self. I think that's something that is part of your like everyday reality, you know. It's part of your everyday routine with this woman holding a coin. This is like earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, just like it's part of your everyday routine. I do think that you are very like high vibrational and a very positive person with the Haynes man and Sagittarius coming out and expecting miracles. So I think that you like what your soulmate loves about you is that you live in gratitude, and a lot of miraculous things happen to you. And even if it doesn't seem like a miracle to other people, like to the regular person, I think you view the smallest things as miracles in your life. And that's just simply by you being grateful for them. So if, let's say, it was like a gloomy, cloudy day, and you started talking about something that makes you happy, and at that moment the sun came out, and you'd be like, oh my god, look, the universe opened the sky for me and the sun came out. And because just when I was talking about something that makes me happy, the sun came out to shine, telling me that it's true, or I'm okay, or like giving me a little wink or something. Like, and that's what I'm talking about. You would view that small experience as a miracle. And because you live your life from that energy, everything that happens to you is a miracle. And therefore, genuine miracles do happen to you, like blessings, positive things, good experiences. You're just very lucky, I feel. So just a lot of good things happen to you. You attract a lot of good experiences, you know. Not to say you don't go through challenges, but I think for the most part, yeah, you live in a high vibration, and your soulmate really 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 loves this about you. You rub off on them, and you influence them, you know, and make them feel really good. And you elevate them, like you help them elevate as well. And woman holding a Gwen, I feel like your soulmate is really going to appreciate you and really value you, like for who you are. They're going to definitely see your worth, and they're also going to be just as grateful for you. So just as grateful as you are for your life and like all the little things that happen to you, I think your soulmate is very perceptive and can see very clearly, and they will see very clearly how amazing you are and how worthy of love and affection and attention you are. So they're not going to be like blind to your specialness, I guess. They're gonna really, really view you in high regard and value you. Um, and I feel like even in times of conflict, like when they do have to be honest with you about something that they want you to be flexible about, and if like let's say you guys get into a fight, I feel like in those moments they're still going to remember how amazing you are. Like they're not gonna let the conflict take over their mind. They're gonna remember that, okay, yeah, this person acted a little crazy right now, but they're still amazing and I still value them because I remember how, you know, they did this, and this, or how this is the way that they are. So they are very grateful for you. And I think they also love about you how successful you are and how grounded and stable you are. You might really love to be in nature, outdoors, and this is just something that they love to do with you and love about you. They also love how goal oriented you are and how you are so driven to like fulfill your money goals, your career goals, like you have goals and ambitions, and perhaps you are successful at your job or good at what you do, or they like people at the workplace place a lot of value on you, and I think that they really admire this about you. Or if you do have your own business or something like that, that's something that they really find attractive, you know, that you are goal oriented. You could also be just very cozy to be with. Like I think they really like to spend time with you at home, and watching TV with you and just cuddling and being affectionate with you, and just like getting like just cuddled up together, you know, and with a blanket and just hanging out at home. That's something that they love to do with you. They also love to spend a lot of time outdoors with you. Um, and they also love how much you know your worth. You know, they can see that you love yourself, you honor yourself, you take care of yourself. I think you have a really strong self-care routine. Maybe like every morning you wake up and you're like, nobody talks to me for an hour because I need to meditate, I need to journal, I need to drink my tea, I need to take a walk out in outdoors or be in the sun for a second, like whatever it is that you do in the morning. I think that this person really gives you your space to do that, but also they they really just find it really cute that you have your little routine and that you take care of yourself. Like you take care of your body, your health, maybe you do go to the gym, and they really love that you do that. You honor your body. Yeah, they find you very fascinating and intriguing, very balanced, very generous, compassionate. You're a very giving person. I think they really love the equal give and take in the relationship between you guys. And feel like it's equally reciprocated. There's a lot of balance in the relationship when you guys are together. It's not just like they're giving it all or you're giving it all. You guys are both making sure that you're equally giving and receiving. And this is physically, like in the bedroom, sexually. This is also with like chores and physical, practical things, and also mentally compliments, reassurance, validation, and spiritually, like just being there for one another and connecting, even just the types of activities that you guys like to do, like it would be balanced. Like it's not always them making, the plans or the choice of like what are you guys gonna do, but you have a say too. It's just very like balanced. There's a lot of giving in this connection, giving to each other. It's very abundant. I think that you guys are going to have a lot of like money together or like have like an abundant, successful life. But yeah, with the King of Pentacles, I think that they really enjoy that they can also either that you can provide for them or they can provide for you. Like I said, it's a very balanced relationship. So I don't necessarily see that it's going to be like one person's going to not make any money and the other person is going to bring home all the money. I think that both of you are gonna add value to the household in whatever way. And I do think it will be in the form of money. Like you're going to have your job, they're going to have their job, and you guys are both bringing home the money. But if that's not the case, like you're still giving something to the relationship by, like saying, like if you are like a stay at home mom, let's say, if you're like a female, then you are taking care of the kids and they're providing, they're bringing home the money, whatever. Like the more traditional role. I am getting kind of like traditional roles a little bit because of all that earth energy. Um, but the woman holding a coin, like she is a working person. So whoever's the masculine and feminine here, I do see the feminine like working for her money and the masculine working for his money, and both of you guys sharing in that abundance together and having a lot of nice fun happy experiences together with the Three of Cups. I think that you guys are going to do a lot of celebrating. I mean, this person's drinking wine here, they're eating cake. Like you guys are definitely going to be indulging in the luxuries of life. You guys are going to live a luxurious life. I feel like you guys are going to live a good life, like live a physically comfortable and satisfying life where you guys are going to make sure that you feel good. And this has a lot to do with your five senses as well, because it's like heavy earth energy. So I think that you guys are going to physically like be able to really pleasure each other and make each other feel good, like in the bedroom, sexually, but also just a lot of physical touch and affection. I think they're going to love to touch you. You're going to love to touch them. It's going to be a lot of that stuff going on and a lot of enjoying your five senses together. So enjoying life through your five senses. So music, dancing, touch, taste, feel, smell. Those things are going to be very prominent in your relationship, and it's going to bring a lot of happiness. There could be a lot of partying and drinking going on too. A lot of friends. So like you guys are going to, I think, have a lot of good friends. And celebrate with them, celebrate your happiness with them. Like I just see like a really happy, adventurous, abundant, luxurious, high vibrational life together. Very balanced and equal and grounded. So with all this Pisces and Sagittarius energy, yes, it's very spiritual. It's very like fun and adventurous and spontaneous and crazy and wild and passionate and fiery and like all of that energy and very emotionally connected. But it's also very grounded with the Queen and King of Pentacles. So you guys do need that stability and that security. And I think you guys are going to also find that. So this is just like a very balanced relationship with the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. So you guys are definitely gonna probably have a big family together, or like you guys are gonna really enjoy being around your family, or maybe like your friends are your family. That's gonna be a big part of your life. But what else do they love about Hyrule One? Okay, can we have more pentacles? Like really? We have the Seven of Pentacles now, and then the Ace of Pentacles. So, first of all, with all the pentacle energy, you guys might meet at work. Okay, you guys might know each other from work, or if it's not like a job, it could be a physical place that you go to often. Okay, so it could be like the gym, the grocery store, the coffee shop, school, a community, a yoga class, something where a place where people gather, like a community gathers. It is a physical place that you guys both like go to or share. And that could be like a place that you guys meet, or maybe that could be like, maybe you guys will work together. I don't know. That could be a thing. But there's so many pentacles. You guys are going to have a really, really solid relationship. It might be slow moving at first. Like when you guys meet, it might be like slow to develop because of all this like traditional slow moving earth energy. It might take a while with the Seven of Pentacles. You might need to have a lot of patience. Um, but yeah, there's definitely like a lot of abundance here, physical, material abundance. There's going to be you guys are going to build wealth together. I definitely see that. But as far as like what they love about you with the Seven of Pentacles, I do think that they view you as a very patient person, a very stable and grounded, and just like I said, very thought through, thoughtful, self-reflective, and like you don't necessarily, but we do have the Sagittarius energy here, and you are very flexible. So I wouldn't say that you're necessarily like you're not actually. I don't think that you're stubborn in your ways of being and in your routines, but you do have your routines. Like you do have your ways that you like to do things. But at the same time, you also are free spirited enough to go on a random adventure if it feels good to you, because you're very emotional, so like you are very in tune with your feelings. So like if something feels good to you, you're gonna act on it and you're gonna go for it and be the voyager, be the adventurer. And then once you find that something that you really like, I think you stick to it, and then it becomes like a part of your daily lifestyle. But then you're also willing to change that as soon as there's something that is it's like, let's say it's not serving you anymore and you want to start like a new beginning, like with something else, a new habit or a new routine, then you do that. So you're like you're stubborn in the best kinds of ways, and they loved it about you because you have your stability, you're committed, but you're also free to change those commitments as soon as like they're not serving you anymore. So yeah, they love it about you, and they just love that you are so motivated and you have goals. You have goals and you take action towards them. But you also don't like you do think things through, and you don't like with big things in your life. I think things that you're really committed to, they love how much you think them through, and before you commit, you're actually like, okay, well, let me contemplate this. Let me take a step back and really see if this is something that I want before I commit and take action. So they know that when you commit to something and commit to them, that it's for real, real. Like you're not fucking around. They love how hardworking you are. You might have some sort of a unique gift or like a skill or a talent that you have that you are working on mastering, that they really admire about you with the Eight of Pentacles. But I do think that they view you as a very hardworking person, very focused. Yeah, all of that earth energy for sure. Like you just are very warm and comforting in their eyes, cozy. Just like they just love hanging out with you. You're just so comfortable. Psychic and intuitive, so they definitely pick up on that Pisces energy there. And they think that Yeah, you read energy. Maybe you are really good at reading them. You're really good at feeling their energy when they feel something. You're empathic, and they just feel a lot more connected to you on like a soul level, and they definitely feel like you're their soulmate because you do pick up on their energy when they're not feeling well, or even telepathy. When they're thinking something, you can tell, or you can talk to them even through your mind, through energy. And that's just something that really makes them feel connected to you, and vice versa. Okay, they think that you're very eloquent, so you know how to express yourself really well. Probably you know how to express all of these ideas that you have, these different ways of thinking. You're very good at expressing them. We also have authentic, so you're very honest, right? True to yourself. You live true to yourself. You're provocative, so maybe you do have it, like with the Sagittarius energy, you could be a little bit like more direct and blunt and straightforward and provoke people, but I don't think it's in a negative way. I think it's in a way where like you like people might have like traditional ways of thinking and viewing the world, and you come in with your perspective and you kind of turn their world upside down, and you make them look at it in a different way, and like, hey, how about this, or have you ever thought of it like this? And you provoke thought within people, and you make them think, and you mentally stimulate them. So whether you do this with other people or with your soulmate, like they really enjoy that. And that you're very loving. Yeah, you're very just like a loving, compassionate, nurturing person, and philosophical. Yeah, that's that Sagittarius energy. I feel like you just really love your body shape and size, like whatever that is. If you are more thin and petite, they really enjoy that, and that's like their ideal type. And if you're more thick, and curvy, then that is what they love about you. So this goes for both. And then they find you hot and sexy and very athletic. So they really definitely like your body and your body shape and size. Like whatever that is, whatever you are, that is their type. Whether it's like a little bit bigger or smaller, whatever. They think that you have nice teeth, and so probably a nice smile. And we have full lips at the bottom. So they like your lips and that whole area. Um, so that's what we have for physical looks, for what they love about you. And I'm gonna end the reading there. And I think we covered a lot of things. So this is what your soulmate loves about you. If you would like to know like more about who your soulmate is and any other details about your soulmate, I have a whole bunch of videos on my channel. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did it, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all the best on your journey, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose the Knight of Wands as your tarot card, or you chose this apple or a quartz crystal, then it's just going to be your reading about what will your soulmate love about you the most, or if you already know your soulmate, what do they love about you the most? So yeah, obviously could be with your soulmate, or you don't have to be. This could also be if your soulmate is already energetically connected to you, then this is something that they love about you already. Because like on a soul level, they already know you, so this is maybe something that you need to embrace within yourself more. Or when they meet you, this is what they're going to love about you. Or if you're already with them, then these are the things that they love about you. So they're just like confirmations. So so what we're going to do is go over this card. I also have some oracle cards for you, and then we'll be pulling some tarot cards, and then we'll be pulling some cards from my personality traits oracle deck to see what personality traits they like about you the most, and then my physical characteristics as well. So the fact that you chose the Knight of Wands as your card that you were intuitively drawn to, whether or not you know what this means, I think that the imagery even obviously resonated with you. So I think that you resonate with this energy, period. So this is Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries energy. Or, maybe this resonated with you because like your soulmate really loves this about you. Obviously, this is what this reading is about. So in either case, I think that what your soulmate really will love or loves about you is your free-spirited nature. So this chick just looks so happy drumming to her, drum on her drum. And there's just like four little wands in the back lit up. She's outside, the sun's going down, there's her horse in the back, just like super happy. And she's in her element, she's living her life, her best life, and she's just really happy. So I think that your soulmate really loves your energy. First of all, you're very sexy, magnetic, passionate, fiery, um, even like alluring and seductive energy, and also that you're so adventurous and fun to be around. You have this sense of aliveness. Like when they're around you, they feel so inspired and motivated, and like they want to take action towards their dreams, their visions. You really inspire this in them. And I think that you generally are that kind of person as well. You're very inspired and motivated and driven and ambitious, and you go after your dreams and your goals and what it is that you want. You're very action oriented. You take quick action. So you could be like very bold and you make some bold changes in your life. You take risks. Okay. So you're not scared of that. You know what you want and you go for it. And you're very confident in yourself and in your abilities. And you're very charismatic, and um you're just like a person that turns your visions into reality. So this is something that your soulmate really, really loves about you. If you say you're going to do something, you're actually going to do it. You're very just like courageous and fearless and bold, and or at least that's like how you appear to them, and they love that. You're also very physically attractive. They think that you're very sexy and hot and magnetic, and you have this energy, not even just physically, but you have your energetically, you have this aura about you that is very magnetic and genuinely attractive, like you attract people to you, just with your personality. And I think that like the way that you laugh and the way that you make them feel is something that really warms them, like it excites them, and just your sense of aliveness and curiosity about life, and also your like free spirited, like traveling, maybe even gypsy nature is something that they really like about you, because I feel like they would want to travel the world with you or go on adventures or try new things and new experiences, and you would be a person that would be down for that, and they love that about you. Okay, so also I've seen that they find you very like amusing and like entertaining and fun to be around. And I think that you guys are going to have a lot of fun together. Okay. Whatever it is that you guys are doing, there's going to be a lot of laughter. I think you're going to make them laugh, and you're just very energetic. They love your energy. You're like high energy. Okay. So we also have broken heart. Number 9, pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So you could be a Leo, or you could just have strong Leo energy in you that they really love. Renewing your life. Radiant vitality is filling my life. Solitude, and then we have North Node destiny. Okay, this is interesting because so you definitely like first impression, probably you come off as this very like happy, fun loving, energetic person who doesn't have a worry in the world, and you're just like high vibe, feeling good. But I think that there underneath all of that, there has been a lot of pain in your life, and there's been at least one heartbreak here, obviously broken heart this year. So there has been a huge like shakeup in your life that completely broke you. It could have been a relationship, it could have been a death, it could have been just a huge transformation within yourself, a change in your life, maybe a life circumstance, having to move from one place to another, something about renewing your life. I see a transformation here. I see some sort of a rebirth, and that you did spend a lot of time in solitude. You spent a lot of time reflecting and on your own, healing shadow work, healing your heart. And you came to a point where you realized that I want to live for myself. I want to live according to my destiny. I want to live my life purpose. I want to live my calling. I want to be happy. I want to create the life that I desire. I want to be my best self. I want to be happy. I want to be positive. I don't want to be in this energy. I don't want to be in this depressed energy. I don't want to be alone with the solitude energy. I think that you learned how to be alone. And I think that you have learned to love yourself through that alone time, through that moment of solitude. I think you did a lot of self reflection, and you realized a lot of things about yourself. Maybe you did realize your purpose in life and where you want to go, and maybe that's not necessarily with a career, but even just like where you want, who you want to be. What kind of person do you want to be and become? And so you had some sort of a realization on that. And I think you committed to that path, and you're creating that new life for yourself. Now, this is what they find the most attractive about you. Like everything that I just explained, this history that you have, this past that you've been through, this transformation that you've been through, they feel like you are the strongest freaking person ever. Like just so strong and empowered and so deep. Like there's depth to you, you know? Like maybe on first impression they wouldn't notice that. Like they'd be like, oh yeah, like I said, this person's just like really happy, they're just good vibes, whatever. But then they get to know you and it's like, whoa, you've been through a lot and you're still this happy. Like you've literally been through this huge heartbreak. You've been through this transformation. Your life, we had a tower moment. Like it totally, everything got fucked, and you're still smiling and happy and living your best life. You know, like how's that possible? You know, a lot of people don't come out of that. A lot of people stay in that energy, in that depressed energy, in that low state, and you didn't. You came out of that low state and you started to thrive. And you decided that you're gonna accomplish all of your goals and your dreams, and you're going to travel the world, and you're going to go on adventures, and you're going to be this fun, happy person, and nothing's going to hold you back because that is part of your destiny. I think you're very, very in tune with your soul, and like you that deep calling, like that deep soul calling, you know, it's calling you to do something. With this like fire energy here, it is like you just feel it. You feel it deep inside your soul that there's something that you're meant to do. And I think that you're very aware of it and you are following that. Also, I think this person's very proud of you for everything that you've been through, with pride coming out. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I genuinely think this person sees, first of all, they love you. Like they just love the shit out of you. They have so much love for you and just appreciation and respect. They just have so much respect for you, for everything that you've been through and who you are today. Or like if you haven't met them, and who you will be at that time, because maybe you're going through this darkness right now, or this transformation, or this heartbreak. But like this is where you're going, and like that's just something that they really, when they do meet you, like they are going to love about you. You know, your whole journey. That's going to be something that really fascinates them, and I think they're going to learn a lot from you through your own journey, and maybe they will be able to relate as well because first of all, I think that they are really proud of you for everything that you've gone through and how strong you are. But also, I think they love how proud you are of yourself. Like, you do have a lot of pride. I don't think it's necessarily ego energy pride, like, oh, I'm too, you know, I'm so good, I'm so cool, look at me, everybody. Um, that kind of pride. I think it's just genuine, like, I'm just proud of myself. Like, look at everything I've been through and who I am today. Like you self appreciate, like you genuinely do reflect and appreciate yourself and love yourself. I think you have a healthy dose and a level of self love and appreciation, you know, because you have transformed. There has been a rebirth. Like obviously, you're gonna, after you go through this like heartbreak, and where you probably don't think you're good enough and all of your self-worth issues get triggered and not being good enough and feeling inadequate, you have to learn to love yourself after that heartbreak. You have to learn to appreciate yourself because this person broke your heart, or whatever the situation is that caused a lot of conflict within your emotional body, probably made you doubt yourself, right? And not love yourself, and maybe indulge in self-sabotaging behaviors. So you have to come out from that and learn through self-love to heal yourself. And so I do see that you just are genuinely like happy within your body, within yourself. You seem very confident. And even if you don't like look, you know, whatever, so perfect and in society's eyes, whatever, it's like whoever it is that you are, like in your skin, you just feel so comfortable and you vibrate so high and you seem so radiant and vibrant and alive. And it's just so sexy. Like your soulmate just finds you so freaking sexy, just your energy, and even physically, like they just think you're just, the way you move, the way you laugh, the way you talk, the way you do things is just so attractive to them. I also think that your soulmate really like feels a really strong connection with you, and they feel like you guys are destined to be together, and this is something that they really love about your connection as a whole. With North Node and Destiny coming out, I think that they definitely, when they are meet you and when they're with you, they're going to feel this really strong connection, this spiritual connection, and that this is fated and that this was destined to be, like that you are their destiny. They're not going to question it. Like they're going to feel really strong pull towards you, or really strong magnetic attraction on like a deeper soul level, that they know that that you are their one and that you guys are meant to be together and you guys are meant to explore this connection together and to take it and to pursue it basically, you know. Um yeah, they also just love how driven like driven's like such not it doesn't give it justice. It's they love how I guess, okay, whatever, driven you are towards your life's calling, towards your purpose. Like, I do feel like you feel like you have a higher purpose and calling in this world, and even if that's like I said, not with your career, but even just if it's like I just need to make sure that I'm always a compassionate person and I see the other person's point of view when I talk to them. Like that is my goal in life. I want to make people feel good. Or maybe it's like to help people through their own brokenness and to give them inspiration and motivation that they can do it and they can get through it and they can have whatever it is that they want in their life. You just want to inspire people. And it's just like in your normal daily interactions, maybe that's your life purpose. Whatever it is, they see that you have a bigger purpose, something bigger than yourself, right? Something that's not just for you, is for others. It's more humanitarian, and they just love that. You know, they love how altruistic you are. It's not just about you, it's about others as well. Okay, what else is pile two's soulmate love about pile two? We have the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Moon. Character. And then we have the Page of One. Yeah, they definitely love your free spirited nature and just how curious you are about trying new things. Like I think that you're gonna be like in their eyes, you're just a really fun person who has been through a lot. Like you have a lot of life experience, and so you're all about taking new adventures and going on little trips and maybe like hiking or road trips or you love being outside, you love going on walks, you love traveling, trying new things, exploring new cultures, exploring new worlds, taking physical action. Like that's like a big thing for you, and they find this really fun because like they can have a lot of good times with you. They also so we have the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Page of Wands. They love how much of a team player you are and how much you're willing to grow and expand. So whatever it is that maybe some fears get triggered for that, you see the Nine of Wands, so you could get a little bit defensive sometimes when your deeper fears get triggered with the moon. And maybe like when you're not seeing clearly, right? You're not in your best energy, your highest self, and your deeper like subconscious program fears or traumas or pains or whatever from this broken heart perhaps get triggered and you get all defensive and you start holding up your knives and like don't come near me, I'm gonna cut you, you know, that kind of stuff. I think that like the how you deal with that situation is something that your soulmate loves about you because you are willing to reflect on that. You're willing to reflect on those triggers that you have and your fears, and you're willing to work with this person on them to like be a team, right? Like collaborate on okay, how can we solve this problem? And the Three of Pentacles is about, like I said, teamwork and friendship and not like trying to win and compete, but it's more like working together. And it's also about growth and expansion. So I think that, and it's like on a physical level, you know. So I think that you guys definitely do have you have that ability, and they really enjoy this because that just allows you guys to solve conflict and resolve issues that you guys have. Um, but I mean, for the Nine of Wands to come out, I think this person does appreciate that you have been through a lot of battles. You know, the Nine of Wands being the wounded warrior. Um, it's like they appreciate it. You know, I feel like them knowing they have been through all of these harder experiences in life, these challenges, they could be from childhood or they could be from past relationships, whatever it is that caused this like broken heart. And broken heart could also be, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be like your parents breaking your heart when they rejected you when you were 5 years old because they never paid attention to you or gave you the love that you needed or they weren't present or they weren't available or whatever the hell. They beat the shit out of you when you were misbehaving. So whatever it is, I feel like this person really understands you for who you are due to like your family, like how what you've been through. And like we do the 10 of Pentacles, this is about like family and your legacy and things like that. So maybe this is like how your family dynamic created who you are today. And maybe that is why you are a little bit more guarded and you have some walls up because it did cause a lot of pain, and you're just protecting yourself. But they understand, like, they understand that about you. And them knowing your history and knowing where you came from allows them to almost appreciate that you're like that. Not necessarily they love it, because obviously it's probably going to be hard for them sometimes to deal with that part of you when you are just super closed off and guarded and triggered. But at the very least, they appreciate it because they're like, okay, well, I know why they're like that. I know what they've been through. So let me be more compassionate. Let me understand more. Let me be more sympathetic to them and their needs. And let's work together to figure out a solution to where we can work through this together. Like they're going to be there by your side working through all of these fears that you have. Okay? And that's just something that's really beautiful, I think. They're really going to be by your side. They're going to be like a really big support system for you. Um and that's just one of the things that they really really appreciate about your relationship. And they are going to want a family with you. I mean, they're good. Obviously, this is your soulmate. This person is going to want to settle down with you, build with you, build wealth with you. If you guys want to have a family, then that just expand your physical life, whatever that means. If that means through children, through animals, through home, another bedroom, bigger house, cars, clothes that you guys buy together, I don't know, take trips together, like however it is, like start your own business together, build money together. Um, in some way, shape, or form, they're going to want to add, like with you, add on to their life, like physically. And they also love how deep you are, though, like how mysterious and deep you are, and that there is a lot of unknowns about you. So you're not an open book, and you're not necessarily easy to read. So like first, so maybe you are like a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo rising. I mean, that could be a thing, and then you're like a Scorpio sun or something, where or maybe moon, like a water moon. I mean, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but basically, like you come off in this way where you're so friendly and passionate and fiery and friendly and fun and just like the perfect little person to like everyone can get along with you and you fit right in. But then underneath that, like once they get to actually know you, so that'd be like your moon, right? You have so much depth and there's just so much more to you than meets the eye. And then we discover the moon, all of these deep hidden aspects to you that are fascinating to this person. They like to study you and look at you deeper and learn you, like learn where you came from, where did you develop these fears, who are you and why are you the way that you are. And I think they really appreciate how emotional you can be, how intuitive and just very attuned to your feelings, right? Your feeler, and they really appreciate that. Um, they also really appreciate though that you are very loyal and stable. Maybe okay. So we have Solitude and we have Knight of Wands, which is a very independent energy. Solitude obviously is being alone, and then the Knight of Wands is kind of sometimes called the player card. I'm not saying you're a player. I'm just saying that maybe you are kind of like not wanting to be in a relationship, or you're not a relationship type of person. That's not something that you're necessarily tied to. Like, it's not one of your bigger goals in life is to be in a relationship. You're like, well, if I'm going to be in a relationship, it better be perfect. Like, it better be an amazing person. Otherwise, I'd rather be alone, because I've been through enough shitty relationships that have broken my heart, and I had to start over, that I'm not even messing around with anything less than my destiny. Like, my destiny is the only person I will, like, my soulmate is the only person that I would, give my loyalty to, my commitment to, because otherwise I'm not playing around. But ironically, you're playing around. So, like, you're not playing around with that, but because of that, you're like, well, I just want to be single and free. I want to live my life and do whatever I want to do. But I feel like this person comes around, your soulmate, and you are willing to build with them. Like, you are very free spirit and you are kind of like just wanting to explore. But I think this person is enough for you because they're your soulmate and it's destined that you're like, I want to commit to you. I want to be in a relationship with you. I want to build with you. I want to expand. I want to grow. I want to develop more. I want to ground this connection. I do want to be with you. I want, to be your girlfriend or your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. I want to be in a committed relationship. And that's something you're willing to give up your like freedom, um, and your singleness, I guess, for this person because they're enough for you. They're perfect for you. They're everything. They're your destiny. They're part of your life's purpose. And this is somebody that, even if you maybe didn't want to have kids, maybe this is somebody that you would even consider having kids with because they're that solid and good for you. You guys have that much compatibility. And this person really appreciates that you normally aren't like this, but it's almost like for them, you would be willing to commit because they're that important to you. Like, they're worth it to you. Okay, so this person also thinks that you are self-aware and conscious. They love that about you. And then you're funny, so you make them laugh. I was saying that earlier. What else does group choose soulmate love bot group two? So we have disciplined and structured and organized. So, and then we have adaptable and versatile extroverted. Yeah, I definitely think that you give off the vibe, or maybe you are like just an extroverted person, or you give off the impression that you are very social, easy to get along with, very free flowing, adaptable, versatile. You can have many different conversations with many different types of people. Like, you're just like a people person, okay? Or you're good with people. You're very personable and charming. Um, so that's just something that they really love about you. Um, but I kind of, and I'm not so much getting like the structured and disciplined energy from you, but I do feel that you will be in that energy when you're with them. And that's kind of what I was getting at, is like they feel that it's almost like you're untamable. And I'm not saying that anyone's here to tame anybody, because don't be afraid. Because if you genuinely are this free spirited person, then that would probably be a trigger for you of like, no, 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 no one's taming me. No one's taking my freedom away and my independence away. Okay, no one's taking that away from you. Okay, and maybe your North Node is in a fire sign. Maybe it is, you have a North Node in Aries or something, or Sagittarius. Okay, but no, like I don't think this person's gonna tame you in a way where like you are mine and now I control you and possess you and you can't do anything. I think this person's gonna respect you so much that they're gonna want you to have your freedom and to continue to do your thing, whatever that is, like to follow your calling, right? Like to follow your life's purpose. Obviously, while being loyal to them, obviously. But we're talking about your like life, your lifestyle. Like, I think you're gonna maintain your free spiritedness because it's showing up as something that they love about you. So that's not anything you should be worried about. But I do think that you're going to become a little bit more grounded being with them. They could perhaps be an earth sign that they allow, because this is coming through, so like maybe they ground you a little bit, maybe are a little bit more practical and structured, and so they're going to help you maybe structure your life a little bit more. And They really love that you're like open to this and that you are willing to kind of like slow down for them. Not slow down for them. It just sounds like you're giving up your power. This has nothing to do with you giving up your power. This is strictly you just being like, I'm usually a nomad and I like to go from place to place to place to place to place. But I found you and I'm okay staying here. Like if this is what serves you and this is what makes you happy to live here in this area, I'd be willing to live here in this area with you because my nomadic lifestyle is not more important than the connection that I have with you. And so therefore you do become a little bit more grounded. It's like kind of like that energy is what I'm getting. And they just really appreciate that. Because I feel like your soulmate is a little bit more, yeah, like grounded and practical. And you're definitely the more like out there, free spirited, like maybe like all over the place sometimes, like a wanderer. Okay, we have controlled, spontaneous, analytical, artistic. I don't know. I'm getting that this is your person. Like, this is your soulmate. Like, they're more disciplined, structured, controlled, analytical. And they somehow, because of this energy that they help ground your more like crazy wild side, but not in a way where it's imposing on your freedom. It's just you guys balance each other out. And then as much as like they're controlled and analytical and logical and disciplined, I think you help them be more spontaneous and creative and embrace their more artistic and creative and spontaneous side and live life a little bit more. And they love it about you. They love that you're able to bring because they're self-controlled that you're able to open them up to this different side of life and make them feel alive. And like I said, that's why this came up is like what they love about you the most is the first card, is because you have this energy about you, this magnetism that inspires them to get out of their comfort zone and to live more freely. But at the same time, you're also willing to accommodate to them as well and be like, okay, I understand that like planning is really important to you or having structure is really important to you. So I'm willing to work with you as well, you know? Okay, and then let's just see what physical characteristics they love about you. If let's see if any of this resonates with you. But what what does pile two soulmate love about pile two physical? Okay, so we have tattoos. So if you do have any tattoos and they really love your tattoos, if you like to wear hats or like a headdress or even scarves on your head, or this could even be just you like to accessorize, like wear if you're like a woman, bows or ribbons or flowers, headbands, whatever like that, clips, in your hair. Like they really like how you style your hair. If it is a little bit more eccentric and like bold and like the accessories, they like that. We have curly wavy hair, so you could have curly or wavy hair. They really like it like that. So if you tend to straighten your hair, they really like it curly. Or if you curly hair, they love it curly. They like your hair, your curly hair. I love how I just like explain the most obvious things in like such detail. Like, okay, they like your curly hair. What else can I say about that? I just feel like I have to like explain more. They like that you're clean and put together. So I think that you are really good at putting together an outfit, matching things. Um, like it's like I feel like they can tell that your outfits are thought through and they like your fashion sense and your style, like the way that you carry yourself and like the way your outfits are put together. And that you're clean and hygienic. They think you have beautiful eyes, whatever shape, size, color they are. They think that they're beautiful. I think they love to look into your eyes and gaze into your eyes. They think that you're strong. So I definitely think that they think you're so strong. Friggin' internally, like for sure. Inner strength is something that they super admire about you and are proud of you for and respect you for and appreciate you for. But also physically, like I think they view you as a strong person. Like maybe you go to the gym and you got some muscles. And then you guys are the same age. So I think they like your dynamic there because we're the same age, if that resonates. Like not all of this has to resonate, obviously. But same age, could be like plus or minus 5 years or whatever. But you guys are basically generally in the same age group to where you guys could relate on a lot of the same things. Um, so yeah, that is what I have for you, pile two, for what your soulmate loves or will love about you. I really hope that that resonated. If you wanted to view other soulmate videos, to get more detail, like who your soulmate is, I have a bunch of those on my channel, so you can go ahead and check that out. And please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this. I wish you all the best on your journey, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose the Six of Pentacles tarot card or the clear quartz, and this is going to be a reading about what your soulmate will love about you the most, or what your soulmate, if you already know them or you're with them, loves about you the most. And keep in mind that even if you don't know your soulmate yet, they could already be energetically linked to you. So this could be something that they already kind of love about you, like, in the energy world. And so maybe this is something that you want to embrace about yourself. Or maybe if that doesn't resonate with you, then when you meet your soulmate, these are the things that they're going to really love about you. Or if you're with them, then this is what they want to tell you that they love about you. Um, so we have our tarot card, and we also have some oracle cards here that we're going to go through. I'm going to pull some more tarot cards to get more messages on what they love about you. We'll also get some personality traits from my personality traits oracle deck, and some physical characteristics of what they love about you from my physical characteristics oracle deck. Okay, so Six of Pentacles is the tarot card that you were drawn to intuitively. So whether you know tarot or you don't know the meaning of this card, or you do, it doesn't matter. I think there's a reason that you were intuitively drawn to it. And with the Six of Pentacles, I feel that one of the things that your soulmate is going to love about you the most is how grounded and balanced you are, and how giving you are, and generous, and just very selfless and compassionate, and just a very loving and kind person. Okay. So I think that you genuinely do like to give, so if you have money, like, you are the type of person, or you will be, or this, like, what they're going to love about you is you'll be more than happy to pick up the check, or to buy them gifts, or to give them compliments, right? I think you'll be very free with giving compliments, buying them things, paying for things, providing. I think that you could be like a provider type of personality, whether you're a guy or a girl, doesn't matter. That is more of like a masculine energy, like physically providing. But maybe you're just very solid in your masculine energy, and you're just very independent. Maybe you are very financially well off, or abundant, so you have a lot of money, you have like your own business, you have a really good job, you're very successful at what you do, and this is definitely something they love about you, and because of that you have a lot of money to give. But if it's not even physical, I think that you just live in this abundant energy, where even if you don't like necessarily have a lot of physical things, you just view everything from the eyes of abundance, and you don't have like a lack mentality, but like every little thing that you get, you're like really excited about and happy and grateful for. So even if you like find $1 on the ground, you're like, oh my God, $1. Like, I just found a freaking dollar. You don't look at it as like, oh, it's just $1, whatever. You're like, oh, okay, who finds money on the ground in the first place? And it's $1. So like, you just get happy about like even the little bit of money that comes to you, or like the little gifts that people get you. You're just genuinely like appreciative of it. And I think it's that grateful energy that allows you to receive more abundance in your life, and physical abundance and blessings, and then you give it back to other people, and you share it with other people, and then it's like this beautiful flow. Because if you look at this picture, it's just this beautiful flow of like money, abundance, coins, right? It could be physical things, it could just be energy, the flow of energy. You give, you get, you give, you get, the law of compensation. So you're very much in tune with the law of attraction, the law of compensation. This is something that they definitely pick up about you. And also, as far as your relationship is concerned, I just feel like there's just a very equal balance, give and take. Like, it's very mutual. How you guys feel about each other is mutual. Like, you guys are on the same page. What you guys want out of a relationship is something that you guys are on the same page about. Like, if you both want to live in this kind of a home, in this kind of climate, or if you want to have this many kids, or if you don't want to get married, or if you do, or whatever it is, your values, like your values in life, or even just how you do relationships, it's you guys are on the same page about it. You guys are like, it's mutual. So yeah, I feel like they find you a very giving, generous, kind person, very compassionate, very charitable, service oriented. Maybe you are in the service industry where you volunteer your time, or you do charity work, or you donate some of your belongings or money, this is something that I find very attractive about you, just like how giving you are. I also feel that like in the bedroom you're also very reciprocal, so like it's not just them getting to you, but you're also giving them to back to them equally. Yeah, there's just this like reciprocity between you guys, and a lot of fairness and justice and balance, a lot of Libra energy coming through here with this. And they just find you to be a very like successful person, you know, physically very successful, very grounded, fair, and like that's important to you, and they really like that. And then let's see, for your oracle cards, we have number 33, door to romance. We have perseverance, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Embracing the future, a 7 to the future with an open heart. Protection. And then we have Pisces, the mystic. Okay, that's kind of all of the signs I see for right now is Pisces. And then with the Six of Pentacles, this is Earth. So this could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Libra was also coming through, especially with like this door to romance as well. Um, okay, so they find you to be a very romantic person, and they love it about you. You don't like whether you're the guy or the girl, female, meet, male, whatever energy you carry, doesn't matter. You're just a very romantic person. Okay, you're lovey-dovey, you're mushy. You like to buy them little gifts and write them little love notes, and maybe you're a little bit more traditional in that aspect, and you do like to do like you like to go stargazing, where you like to take little romantic walks out, you know, under the moonlight, or um just these more like romantic types of activities that you're really into. They love that you love that, because obviously they love it too. So it's like it's mirrored because it's number 33. And like I said, the Six of Pentacles, so you guys are basically mirroring each other's energy back to each other. You guys are on the same page about what you value in a relationship. So I think you guys actually both value romance, and you're both very romantic people. And embracing the future. So I think this person really admires that you are very excited about the future and you don't give up easily. With perseverance, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. I think that you do, like, if you have a vision for your future, you want to be somewhere and get somewhere, you want to travel somewhere, you want to accomplish something, you want to master something, you put your mind to it and you don't give up until you get there. Okay, so this is just something that they really love about you. You also have this protection energy to you. So I don't know, that's like they feel energetically protected when they're with you. Like, how I would imagine that is like spiritually, you know, if you guys are hanging out, because you are in such an abundant mindset and state, you are walking around very grateful, and that naturally gratitude is like the main thing that will get you in the highest vibration, right? Obviously love, but love is so vague. Sometimes like, well, what do you mean by love? You know, so if you just are grateful, that is like a vibration of love. And if you're just grateful for everything and you're genuinely humbled and you're like, wow, like I'm so thankful that this is happening to me. And it's the smallest thing that genuinely gets you in a high vibration. And when you're operating out of that vibration, you have this protection energy around you. The universe is protecting you, you're safe, you're supported. You naturally have like a more positive bubble around you that like negativity can't really get into, because you're in like emanating such positive high vibrational energy. And so when this person hangs out with you, they feel that as well. Like they feel like there's a lot more synchronicities happening, a lot more things are aligning when you guys are together. Things are going with the flow. The universe is giving you guys abundance and blessings. And you guys are really enjoying this, like going through life and being like, oh, we need a parking spot. Oh, like I wish we had one right in front of that building or right in front of that restaurant. And you guys pull up and like it just opens up for you guys. It's like those little types of experiences that you guys are going to have together, that is just showing that you guys are both vibing high and like aligned. Your energy's aligned, and it is like just in gratitude, and you guys are protected. You know, they feel like you guys are protected by the universe, and it just feels really warm and good and comforting. And then with this Pisces energy, the mystic, I think they find you to be very mystical and mysterious and kind of definitely spiritual, and just very like intuitive and in touch with like your unconscious self, your shadow self, your deeper self, your darker self. Maybe like more taboo, the occult and things like that you're into, and also maybe more controversial topics or viewpoints. Maybe you think in a different way than other people think. You have your own set of beliefs, and you've questioned a lot of things in your life growing up, and now you have your own truth. You see things in like a different light. You are like more awakened and you live more consciously. You're just very in tune with your emotions and you're very intuitive. Maybe you're into conspiracies and you don't just believe everything that everybody believes. You have your own like weird, like maybe you believe in aliens, you've had like alien experiences or encounters, and that's like something that you talk about, or whatever it is. Uh but I feel like they really connect with you on that emotional level. I think they love that about you because in some aspect they have that within themselves as well, and they feel like they can feel your energy. Maybe you guys connect in the maybe if you don't know your soulmate, maybe you guys are already connecting through in your dreams, maybe, or maybe you guys are connecting telepathically, or you just feel them energetically, like you're like, oh, I feel it. Someone's coming in. I feel my soulmate. Like there's some soulmate energy that's like right around the corner. I feel it. I feel it. It's like I feel like they feel it too. So there, you guys definitely have this like Piscean connection, 12th house connection. It's just a very it's gonna feel very soulmatey, like a twin flamey even. Like when you guys are together, like when you guys meet, there's you guys are gonna have this like impact on each other where it just feels like destined, and it feels like, okay, this is my soulmate. Like there's just something about this person that's unexplainable. Like I have had past lives with them. I know this person. They just feel so close to me and familiar. That's I feel like that's that Pisces energy, and you guys are just very drawn to each other because of that. And also, Pisces, oh look, the Hanged Man just wants to hang out here, so that's just confirming to me what everything I'm saying about this Pisces energy. And they could also be a Pisces, or like have that in their chart somewhere or whatever. You guys could have that like some sort of synastry there. But the other thing is it's about hidden bed pleasure, so maybe they are more kinky in the bedroom, and or so are you, or this is something that they're going to bring out in you, and they're really going to love to get wild in the bedroom with you, and maybe explore their deepest fantasies, because this is about dreams too, and this guy's sleeping. So maybe whatever their deepest desires, darkest fantasies are, that like sexually, that they want to come true, that's just something that you are willing to try with them, and you can make their fantasies and their dreams come true in that kind of way, and maybe in other ways as well. You're a dream come true to them. Okay. And but like, let's get back to the bedroom, like all those fantasies, uh it's like gonna be genuinely a dream come true. Like, oh my god, this is something that I have thought about and fantasized about and visualized for like my whole life, and now here you are, the perfect person I want to do them to and with, and you're actually willing to try it. This is amazing. So I feel like you guys are gonna have a very good sex life, very romantic, and when you guys have sex, it's going to be very emotionally connecting, with this Pisces energy. I think you guys are going to feel that spiritual connection, the soul bonding. It's not just going to be about sex, it's going to be like an emotional experience for you guys. The Fool and the Empress of the Hat, or the split. Okay, so let's see. What does pile three love about pile? What does pile three soulmate love about pile three? What will pile three soulmate love about pile three? We have the Nine of Swords, the King of Swords, the Six of Wands, Five of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of like mental activity here, a lot of air coming through. So this could definitely be of Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. And then we also have with the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Um, the others I mentioned, that's basically all the signs. We also have the Hermit at the bottom, which is Virgo energy, but that's also Mercury. So that's a lot of mental activity here. So I definitely think that they like the way that your mind works, okay? The way your mind functions, the way that you think, your mindset, the way that you communicate, the way that you're so direct and straightforward. I don't think that you speak unnecessarily. And I think that whenever it is that you do speak, it's always like something wise or intellectual or intelligent that comes out of your mouth. Like it's not just like superficial small talk. It's definitely something that is of meaning. I think that they really enjoy conversation with you. I think they enjoy talking to you, and I think you guys are actually going to have a lot of late nights just because you guys are talking. So like sleepless nights, but not sleepless like you can't sleep because you're stressed. Well, that's also coming up, but also that you guys are just like having such good conversation with this like King of Swords here that uh you guys are going to stay up late at night, just like talking, and maybe you guys won't get that much sleep, and that could cause some sort of like mental exhaustion and conflict as well. But I definitely feel like one of the main things that they're going to love about you is you guys' conversation and communication between you guys, because we have this Six of Pentacles energy, which is about equal mutual give and take, like reciprocation and all of that. And so I feel that both of you guys are going to be on the same page about a lot of your beliefs and ideas and how you see things, how you see the world, what you're interested in, what you love. Maybe you guys are going to be very similar as well, like in who you are as people. And that's going to be a lot of bonding over that. But you guys are going to have a lot of like deep, intellectual, even more serious conversations, about life, about the world, about whatever. But then there is this like Nine of Swords and Five of Swords energy, which is like conflict energy. It's overthinking, it's living in fear, it's arguments. And let me clarify because I haven't been clarifying anything, but this one I kind of do. I'm getting a sense that there is some sort of like an overcoming of that. And that's something that they appreciate because you have the Six of Wands, which is like victory and success. So, and this is about like the approval of other people. And oh, maybe that's like there's like some sort of transformation energy here, perseverance, because I do see that you're very ambitious person and very success oriented. Perhaps though you do have a tendency to be like a protector and like a people pleaser, and you just want to make everybody happy and do what's right so that there's just balance. But you also have shown boundaries with this King of Swords energy. I think you also have shown boundaries, and you're also, because you're so success oriented and like you do have goals in life, and like we have the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands. So this is the high, like very heavy Leo energy, like being on stage, being in the public eye, being admired by a lot of people, which I think naturally is going to create a lot of conflict because people might be jealous of you, people might talk shit about you, people might criticize you, judge you. Like you could be like famous or have like a social media following, or you could be an influencer and YouTube or something like that. Um, or just anything really. You could just be really well known and popular amongst your friends or in your community or at work or something like that. And there's just a lot of like gossip that maybe keeps you up at night. And with this King of Swords energy, I think that you do have also shown boundaries. So, like, yeah, you are like a people pleaser and you want to make people happy. But I think something that you're learning is how to have stronger boundaries and to stand up for yourself and to cut out this toxicity in your life and embrace who you are authentically. Like embrace this Queen of Wands energy that you are. Like allow yourself to shine. Allow yourself to radiate and to be on stage and to be admired by your community and by other people and to own who you are and to know that you have something to offer and give and that you are amazing and special. And even though like there's people around you who are talking shit about you and don't like it, that don't let that stop you from shining bright. Like you have a mission here to shine bright and to not please other people constantly and to care too much about what they think, but to be your true authentic self and to own who you are and to go after what it is that you want to go after and to shine bright. Okay. And I'm kind of feeling like this person just loves that even at the even when there is like other people, when there are other people, judging you and criticizing you, like you're still persevering and not letting that stop you from getting to where you want to be. And you're just very strong in that. And like you do persevere and you know you can do it if you set your mind to it. You do embrace your future. And you know that you are protected by the universe from this negative energy and this toxicity. But you do leave that behind because you're more confident than that, you know? Because you're very wise. I think this person really sees your wisdom with this hermit energy. You've done a lot of soul searching and self reflection and you really know yourself. I think you've done a lot of self analysis, you have a lot of knowledge about yourself, and um, because I think that's what allows you to not give a fuck basically about what these people think of you and what they're saying about you, and the people that are gossiping about you, because you are so solid in who you are and you are so self-aware. You're like, well, no one else can tell me who I am if I already know who I am because I've done all of the, like, I have done so much self-work and self-analysis. Like, I know who I am and my patterns and my fears and my pain and my trauma and my good side and my bad side and how I feel in this moment and how I feel in that moment and how I respond. And like, I'm so self-aware that this person who doesn't even know me can't, like, you think you can tell me who I am? There's no way you can know like me more than I know me because I spend many hours and days and weeks and months and years analyzing who the fuck I am. So back off. Because I think that you did have like a rebirth or something with judgment here, like a second chance at life. So this is like definitely transformation energy. You just left a lot of toxicity behind, left it in the past, and you went forward like more positively. But I do think that that's like something that's actively in your life, like a lot of haters you might have, and that does give you some anxiety. So let's just see like what we need to know about. What else do you want us to know about this like Nine of Swords, Five of Swords energy for pile three and what there's funding look left of it? Okay, so you put an end to that with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, so there was definitely something in your life, in your past, and then we have the moon that really triggered a lot of your fears. And I think you did a lot of shadow work around this. You did a lot of deeper work around your own anxiety, around this mental conflict, maybe not getting people's approval, and that was like a big thing for you, or wanting to fit in and please everybody and just be like this very giving perfect person, which is great, especially in a relationship, but it's not great when you're just, you have to protect your energy. You're protecting your energy. Yeah, that's what this is, protection. You've learned how to protect your energy by having strong boundaries and standing up for yourself and being more direct, being more like the King of Swords, you know? Be like, no, that's not something that I'm going to entertain. Sorry. So you have really strong boundaries. This person really likes that about you. And with the Ten of Swords, you put an end. It's like an ego death. You know, this is 10 swords. This is feeling totally defeated and by your own mental activity, by your own mental thoughts, by your own anxiety that's keeping you up at night. This conflict where like no one wins. There's no success there. So you've definitely put an end to that through a lot of like self-reflection, shadow work, facing a lot of your fears. And then now you're in this freaking successful ass, owning who you are, being the light, being in your passionate, fiery, sexy energy, and they love that. And then also, not to mention, the Queen of Will. First of all, I think that this person definitely puts you on a pedestal, and they view you in a really high light, and they think that you are just so like you deserve a lot of attention. I think this person actually gives you a lot of attention. Your soulmate is going to give you a lot of attention because they genuinely admire you or like um are like infatuated by you, intrigued, or they just really look up to you, they're inspired by you, or they just like view you as really, really special and amazing. I think this person really sees your specialness, you know? So this yeah, they see you as a very dynamic person. The Queen of Wands, yeah, definitely very dynamic, very friendly, charismatic, sexy, seductive, like just a very physically attractive person. Your energy is really attractive to them. And they find you very alluring and seductive, and almost like they can't keep their hands to themselves when they're around you, because you genuinely are just very, very attractive in all the ways. So let's see what personality traits. So what else does Kyle Space Soulmate Golden Fox them? Okay, so we have analytical, and like I was saying with this Hermit Virgo energy, I do think that you have an analytical mind, so you could definitely be an air sign or Virgo, Gemini, especially Libra or Aquarius. So you just have this tendency to overthink. I mean, come on, we have all the swords cards. Yeah, you definitely are overthinker. Okay, and you think about everything and then overthink it, and sometimes it is to your detriment, but nonetheless, it's a good trait to have, and this person appreciates it because you see the smallest details. You're very detail oriented, very observant. So because they're analytical, you're able to pick up on the little nuances of this person and the little details of this person, because you have this King of Swords energy also coming through for you. So you do pay attention to the small little details, and you observe, and because you pay attention, you notice how special this person is, your soulmate. Like you notice how amazing they are, and like the little personality traits that they have, the little ways that they do things, the way that they move, the way that they talk, the way that they think. Like you pick up on these little details of them, and that's what makes them feel so appreciated and special and seen, because you see them like for who they are, because you actually are observing them. They freaking love that. Um Artistic, so they love that you're also creative and artistic, and like you have that side too. So I don't know, maybe like paint or um and then we don't romantic. So yeah, already came out. So they just think that you're a romantic, and love that. Okay, so we have warm and comforting. Um, yeah, that's also even the protection energy. Like you have this like very protective, warm, comforting energy about you that whenever they are hanging out with you, they feel very almost like warm and comforted by the universe. Like it's like you are the universe. Well, you are. But no, like you do have this very positive, high vibrational protective energy that nothing bad can happen to you guys when you're together. And because you're very optimistic, you just like see the positive in situations. And charismatic, you're charming, you're personable, like you know how to talk to people. Definitely that's that Queen of Wands energy. Um, you're charming. I think I already said that, but yeah. What does pile three's soulmate know about them or will love about them? Arrogant. Okay, maybe you do get a little arrogant sometimes. I mean that King of Swords energy is there, so logical, arrogant, and free spirited. Okay. Protective with the bat. You're very protective. Personable is under that. So yeah, I mean you could be a little arrogant. I wouldn't say it's to a point where it's like arrogant, but it could be borderlining that, where like you are seen by other people. Like obviously a lot of people love you and admire you, and you could be like, oh yeah, I know they love me. Or like, you maybe joke about that, and this person just kind of likes that about you, that you just own it, like how much you own, like how confident you are in yourself. And then also that you're logical, so like they could definitely have like good conversation with you. You have common sense, you make sense, you're not an idiot, like you're a smart, intelligent human being. Like they just really appreciate that. And they also have this free spirited nature to you, yeah, for sure, with the Queen of Wands. Like you yeah, it's like that free flowing energy with like the Six of Pentacles. Like you just have this very abundant mindset where you see things as, everything as a blessing, and you're very thankful for things, and it's just like this free flowing energy to you. Let's see what physical characteristics your soulmate will love about you. The High 3, what physical traits? So we have dimples that came out on the floor. We have reddish copper hair. So if you have red hair, um, then they love that. They love that about you. We also have dimples, so they love your dimples. This doesn't have to be on your face. You could have like dimples above your butt. Some people have that on their back, above their butt. That could be a thing. Facial hair. So if you're a man, then they love your facial hair and the way that you wear your beard or your mustache or whatever. This could also be eyebrows. So this could be if you're a woman or a man, like the way that your eyebrows look or are shaped, or even your eyelashes. Like that's facial hair, right? Cute and pretty face. This person thinks that you have just such a pretty face. Whether you're a guy or girl, you just have a really attractive, beautiful, like genuinely beautiful, pretty face. Younger, so they like that you're younger than them. You're probably younger than them. That's what that's also saying. Your soulmate's older than you, and that it doesn't have to be like none of this has to be like don't run with all of this, okay? These are just like really specific details, but obviously take it if it resonates. But there's a chance that your soulmate is going to be younger, or no, sorry, that wait, they love you. This is what they love about you. So you're younger than them. Yes, that's what I said. So they love that you're younger than them, that they're older than you. Tall. They like that you're tall or taller than them. Broad shoulders. They love your broad shoulders. I think this person finds you very physically attractive. Like just like the way you're coming through. Average height. So you could be taller than this person, but still like kind of average height. So you might not be like super, super tall. And if you're not taller than this person, like if you're the girl and your soulmate's a guy and you're taller, I just think that they find your height. This doesn't have to be you're taller than them. I mean, it could be, of course, but this could be that like they like how tall you are, whatever that means. Okay. One more. What does your soulmate blah, blah, blah. Nice teeth. They think that you have really nice teeth. Beautiful smile. Have you nice straight teeth, nice pearly whites, whatever kind of teeth you have, this person loves your teeth. Okay. And they think you have really nice eyes as well. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, pile 3 for your soulmate and what they love about you. Just to go over signs again real quick, I did see Virgo here and Libra energy came through. And then we had strong air, so Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, Pisces, and then Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries were the main ones that came through. And like, of course, we have Earth signs here, but I guess it is a big deal because you chose this file, but it's a minor arcana, so like I don't really read zodiac signs from that. But if you wanted me to, it would be Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed that. If you'd like to know more about your soulmate and who they are, I have a bunch of videos on my channel on who your soulmate is. So if you'd like to check that out, go ahead. Otherwise, I love it if you liked, commented, and subscribed to my channel. And I wish you all the best. I will talk to you later. Bye.